Hey guys, it's Luke here from LT Gaming, and I'm back with another early access look at Curiosity. Curiosity? I'm not the best at knowing how to pronounce things, so we're going to go with Curiosity because it sounds cool. But basically, it's another base building game which is in early access. And I say another because there are quite a lot of these out there at the moment. But this is quite good, and they definitely have something to build on here. I actually found the game surprisingly challenging and had to restart a couple of times because it's a little bit different in the way that it presents the challenge to you, which is interesting, and I found that to kind of hook me in and want me to do better. I captured this pretty awesome shot of my rocket going off to space, so yeah, I think that's my trade rocket, so that's looking pretty cool. And we will unpause and take a look at my city. Oh, it's actually coming down from space, there we go, had that wrong. But anyway, here we go. The game is pretty expansive. Oh, dead bodies. That's not good. Let's clear those. But anyway, the city is very sprawling. And as you can see, I even have buildings over here in this area. The only thing is, at the moment, the performance has started to drop as my city's got bigger. I'll just pause it again because there's probably a lot going on. But I'll show you the scale of this game. And I think that while the graphics don't quite live up to some of the other city builders out there, the scale of the game really does. There are all the sectors that are available to me. I mean, that's insane. So far, I've pretty much dealt with 6. I've been playing for about 5 hours. I think 2 hours 47 in this game. And as you can see, that's a pretty epic scale with different resources in each of these areas. We come back into the city again, and you can see that I've basically built all these resource hubs, and this goes into my resources. And as you can see, you have what you are producing and what you are outputting or being used. And this is the constant battle that you're fighting as you upgrade your city, you deal with dead bodies, you increase the population. This is a constant challenge, right? And this is where I actually had to ask a question to the developer, in the sense that people keep arriving through the spaceport once you build it, and they just keep coming. So you have to keep progressing, and that is what the challenge is. In 7 minutes, I know that basically when I go to my spaceport, 140 colonists are going to arrive. Let's turn that down to 80. So my initial challenge is to build more housing. At the moment, I only have housing for 1,590. So we better upgrade some of these buildings. Let's do that now. And you will see that my rovers are used to do that.
Robbery detected.
All right, we've got a robbery going on. I don't have the tech to deal with this issue at the moment. Right, so I think that's on the way. Yeah, we're researching medicine, and there is quite a lot of research in the game as well. The UI is pretty cool. It gives you all the information you need. There's a lot to take in, like sewage, happiness, education, crime, and it all ties together. Dead bodies are not good, but I can collect those with my cemeteries. Now, one of the problems I'm having here is pollution. As you can see, the pollution is very high, so we're probably going to have to build another one of these scrubber units. And we'll build one. Okay, don't judge me by the fact that there's dead bodies everywhere. Honestly, that isn't normally such a concern, but we'll go with it. Let's put down these items here. And as you'll notice, I'm producing a lot of energy now. Something to be aware of is initially I had a big energy plant here, and then I realized that there's no wind and no sun in this sector, and I had no idea why I didn't have power. So I removed and rebuilt my energy sector in this sector, which has good solar power plants and give me more power. But essentially I'm fighting... Okay, we got pest attack. I actually better deal with this. This is my only issue with the game, really, is it involves a lot of manual clicking. And you can research technologies that will... Okay. You can research technologies which will take the effort out of that. But essentially what happens is that will become automated at that stage. So there we go. We are building a pretty cool city. One of the features the developer asked me to show off was the ability to customize and improve the look of your city through the shop, so you can add in lots of cosmetic elements to your colony to make it look a bit better. I've done that. I've added lots of street lights and trees, and there is a grass painting option, so we can do this. Let's say I have an urban area like my school here. Well, let's do this. Actually, the farms, we can paint that into a nice green area, which is pretty cool. I mean, I can actually change the color of the grass if I want to. There we go. There we go. And that will actually result in my farms looking a bit greener and a bit more realistic. Right, let's zoom back out and keep the game going. Let's get rid of these dead bodies. We desperately need more population, and they will be arriving in 5 minutes. Okay, we've upgraded our housing. We've 1,700. Let's continue to do that. That's the main hub. So you have to upgrade the main hub. And every time, essentially, what you're trying to do is get to this next level of development for your principal rover. Once you upgrade the rover, you can then upgrade the central hubs and then all the buildings within that hub. So yeah, the game has an interesting concept. You're constantly fighting the battle of resources. Like here, my copper's running low. My gold is actually in a deficit. So we're going to go across to my gold mines over here. And we're going to actually move this, I think. Oh no, we'll upgrade the main hub.
Research completed.
And once the main hub is upgraded, I can then upgrade these units to produce more gold. And that's what we need. Essentially, this is a self-contained unit all based around the communication tower. When I come back over here, there's a communication tower, which is the central hub for this entire area here. And we're going to wait for these citizens to arrive in 2 minutes, and we can go from there. So yeah, Curiosity. I mean, there's a lot of base building games out there, and this really has to try and rise above the pack, and they do need to add more. I'm going to be honest about that. We're going to build a new school sector here. I really do think they need to add more to the game. Let's try and fit the school sector in somewhere. Okay, we'll go here. And the main challenge really does revolve around this constant battle for resources. I mean, they're always going to be more demand on your resources because people are coming. And you have to keep up with that demand. And that can be quite a task. But it's fun. It is fun. I am enjoying it. The graphics are pretty good, although I think they could do with a slight upgrade. I'd love to see more of these customization options. They're quite fun. And there is a lot of them. Fountains, sculptures, but you know, I think they could definitely add to that. Now, when my rocket arrives, it will bring 80 new people and 110,000 extra money, so that will enable me to tackle any resource problems that I have. And it's looking like rock and iron and water. Look, we're borderline with water, so I'm going to have to look at upgrading my water services soon.
Dead bodies detected.
Let's sort all these problems out. Now, this can be automated once you have the right tech. But we're going to need some more water, so let's sort that out. We'll build a water storage if there is water in a sector. Here we go, we have a water sector here. My units will come out now and build that. And that will give us the water required to increase our colony. Right, I need to educate my people, so we're going to build a couple of these schools.
Spaceport shuttle arrived.
Okay, so now we have 1,608 people, and 1,732 is my housing limit, so I will actually upgrade a few more to future-proof myself. Yeah, basically, it's a pretty cool game. I'm enjoying it. There's a challenge here. I would like to see the developer add more, and I'd like to see some improvements on the concept to make it look a bit more like a city, but you could build an absolutely mammoth city here, and it would be a lot of fun. Performance, it's so-so. I mean, it's dropping a little bit as my city's grown. I would like to see some performance improvements. And yeah, basically a fun game. It's one to check out. I would say this about it, right? And I'll sum up with this. If you have been burnt by early access titles before, then I'd avoid it. If you are open to trying new games and being part of the development journey of a game, then I think this is one to jump on board. It shows promise, the developer is responsive, and I've had a good time so far, and I definitely would like to return to it and feature it more as it grows. So yeah, there we go, Curiosity. It's a good game. It's a good game. Alright everyone, I'm Luke from LT Gaming. This has been Curiosity. Like, comment and subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one.